Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Ashland Tonight News. Today is Wednesday, February 5th, and here's a look at your top stories.
Get excited for the new football recruits. TV2 attended the press conference today at 3. More details when we come back.
Opportunities open up for hotel and restaurant management majors. Learn more when we come back.
And yesterday's Mardi Gras celebration was a big success by exceeding their goal of $500. Stay tuned for more.
Plus, find out how you can get a late night breakfast and help build a home. Find out how when we come back. I'm Brittany Lee.
And I'm Jake Beckley. It's all coming up next, only on Ashland Tonight News.
Thanks for joining us. Today marks National Signing Day for high school senior football players. Ashland University received 45 letters of intent to their football program. 3 Ashland High School seniors signed, highlighted by quarterback Taylor Housewright. The new faces join a team that made it to the NCAA Division II playoffs for the first time in the 10 last years.
Many changes in the industry it serves has led Ashland University to change the name of the Hotel Restaurant Management program to Hospitality Management. Michael Bradley, Administrative Director of the program, said, "The purpose for the name change is that it allows us to talk about the many opportunities in the hospitality industry. We still have the hotel and restaurant track, but we will also be adding more interdisciplinary tracks such as event planning, and the hospitality industry expects its managers to have knowledge and experience in a number of areas." Bradley also noted that the hospitality industry has been recognized as the fastest growing industry in the world.
Fat Tuesday was a hit, New Orleans style. The Business Administration Department celebrated Mardi Gras to raise money for Relay for Life. With Flaming Banana Foster and mocktails served by AU's own faculty and students, donations came pouring in. Carol Pietras explained the department's main goal for the Mardi Gras event.
Today's Mardi Gras party, we're hoping to raise at least $500 more. Our goal for the entire year is $2,500, and we're well on our way.
Does a free concert and a cheap late-night snack sound good to you? Well, then you're in luck. Ashland University's Habitat for Humanity team is hosting a pancake dinner this Friday evening in Redwood Hall. The event kicks off with a concert by Atlanta native singer-songwriter Chris Cawley at 8 p.m. and will be followed up with pancakes and all the fixings afterwards. All money raised during the event will go towards the AU Habitat team's Collegiate Challenge trip. This will be the 5th consecutive year for the trip in which students give up their spring break to build a house for those in need. This year the group will travel south to Columbus, Georgia. For more information on the Habitat team or concert, please contact Rebecca Schaff in the Center for Community Service at extension 5729.
Ashland Theological Seminary has appointed Dr. Lee Solomon as Vice President for the Institutional Advancement. Prior to joining the seminary, Solomon served as pastor to Brethren churches in New York, Indiana, and Ohio. He holds Doctor of Ministry and Master of Divinity degrees from ATS and a Bachelor of Arts degree in Psychology and Social Work from Ashland University. Up next, hear all about Super Tuesday. Also, we have updates in the Jesse Davis murder trial. It's all coming up next on Ashland Tonight News. Stay tuned.
So, what have we got here? Sometimes you feel tired. You can't seem to lose those extra pounds off your midsection. And your joints hurt when you take the stairs. Well, you're getting older. But I'm happy to say that there's some simple things we can do to keep you happy and healthy for years to come. We can also lower your risk for some serious diseases the older population is often subject to. Proper nutrition is more important than ever. Your body has changed, you know. Not as many treats. A basic exercise plan, lots of walks and fresh air, and most importantly, come and see me for twice-yearly checkups to help ensure the best possible quality of life. Now, how does that sound? Good boy.
Improve the quality of life for your elderly pet. Schedule twice yearly checkups that include preventive care and regular lab work. A message from the veterinary members of the American Animal Hospital Association.
1,200 American youth run away from their homes every day. The National Runaway Switchboard is here to help. 1-800-RUNAWAY. If you are a runaway, thinking about running away from home, or a parent or guardian concerned about issues facing your child, call us 24 hours a day. 1-800-RUNAWAY. In times of crisis, hope is just a phone call away. 1-800-RUNAWAY.
Here's something to think about. New research shows that regular exercise and a heart-healthy diet may help to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Thinking ahead now might make all the difference tomorrow. For more ways to maintain your brain, visit the Alzheimer's Association at alz.org.
Yesterday was Super Tuesday. However, it wasn't that super. The Democrat candidates are in a dead heat while John McCain continues to build momentum. NBC's Tracy Potts has more.
I look forward to continuing our campaign and our debates.
Democrats realize it's not over. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama split the South and the three biggest states. Clinton took California and New York. Obama won Illinois. And it looks like he may have picked up more delegates.
Right. We won big states and small states, we won red states, and we won blue states, and we won swing states. So I believe that we had an extraordinary night.
Exit polls show Clinton led among Hispanics and low-income voters, but barely held on to her earlier edge with women. African Americans, white men, and voters with higher incomes supported Obama. John McCain solidified his status as the Republican frontrunner with wins in California, New York, and several winner-take-all states.
We're very pleased at both the depth and the breadth of our victory last night.
But the big surprise was Mike Huckabee sweeping the South and apparently taking conservatives from Mitt Romney. This morning, Huckabee was confident.
The real question I think we ought to be asking, would I pick John McCain to be my running mate?
Political experts say Romney's at a turning point.
One thing that's clear is this campaign's going on.
Yeah! But his advisors say today they'll take a hard look at the future of his campaign.
On the Republican side, John McCain currently has the most delegates with 680. He is followed by Mitt Romney with 270 delegates, and Mike Huckabee is in third with 176 delegates. For the Democratic Party, Hillary Clinton has a slight lead over Barack Obama with 812 delegates to his 720. In order to get the party's nomination, a candidate must have a certain number of delegates for the Republican. The magic number is 1,191. For the Democrats, the required number of delegates is 2,025. Just a reminder, Ohio's election day is Tuesday, May 8th for the upcoming primaries.
The trial of Bobby Cutts Jr. began around 9 a.m. Monday, February 4th, 2008 in Stark County Common Pleas Court. Cutt is on trial for the murder of his pregnant girlfriend, Jessie Davis, and her unborn child. At 9:19 on Tuesday morning, jurors were shown the first public picture of Davis's body, and evidence shows that she was strangled and wrapped in a comforter to conceal her body. Witnesses that have taken the stand include Misha Farrell, who pleaded guilty in November of 2007 for her supporting role in the disappearance of Davis. According to Farrell, Cutts had admitted to her that he had used his arm to strangle Davis, and she had been with him when he disposed of Davis's body. Other witnesses that took the stand include Cutts' ex-wife, Kelly Schaub, and a former high school friend, Richard Mitchell. If convicted of the murder of Jessie Davis, Bobby Cutts Jr. could face the death penalty.
General Motors Corporation has made plans to manufacture a new heavy-duty diesel engine at its plant in the Dayton suburb. General Motors will be investing $69 million and will retain more than 1,000 jobs for the new engine. GM was quoted as saying that the brand new 6.6-liter turbo diesel engine will be produced at the new D-Max plant. The new diesel engine will meet emission standards in 2010 when the production will begin.
4 Chrysler plants were shut down Monday due to a lack of interior and exterior parts from Plastech Engineered Products Incorporated. The shutdown of plants included Chrysler's Jeep plant in Toledo, Ohio, as well as a neighboring plant that supplies parts for Jeep. Plastech has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. However, the company announced on Tuesday in U.S. bankruptcy court in Detroit that they will resume sending parts to Chrysler in order to stop the financial dispute between companies. The agreement will last until February 15th, when additional court hearings will be scheduled. According to lawyers, allegations have been made that Chrysler is to blame for Plastech's bankruptcy. Chrysler denies all charges.
The Value City department store located at 1280 Lexington Avenue will close in 6 to 8 weeks. The close will affect 60 employees, and it will be one of the several Value Cities closing nationwide. Well, I'm sick of this rainy weather. When is it going to stop? Stay tuned to see your weather updates with Leland Gottlieb. Ashland Tonight News will be right back after the break.
My name's Andy McDonald. I ride this useless wooden toy for a living. It's hard. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm still lame. I do a trick called a 540. It took me a good 6 years to learn. There's a whole generation of skateboarders out there that are just as talented athletically as any basketball or football player. It takes somebody that's not going to be afraid to fall down a lot, because you definitely will fall down. You're not a failure until you refuse to get back up. Drugs are only going to hinder what I'm trying to do. That right there is my idea of getting high.
Hi, Mr. President. My parents believe that eating meals together will make our country strong. Is this something that you did when you were a kid?
I did eat with my family so long as my mother wasn't cooking.
It's not good making fun of your mother, even if you are president, but it is good to have dinner with your kids. We know the more often children have dinner with their families, the less likely they are to smoke, drink, and use drugs. So simply having dinner together can help your children forever, even if you're not a great cook.
Kids, how do we take care of our teeth?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day. If you want healthy teeth, do this every day. Brush your teeth.
Fight tooth decay.
Floss your teeth.
Don't forget regular dental checkups, okay?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day.
You're a good driver, a careful driver, and you don't stand a chance. Not at a railroad crossing with bad sight lines and no lights or gates, where vegetation, buildings, or hills block your view, where you can't see the train and you only have seconds before it hits your safe, careful self and you die. Go to angelsontrack.org to report dangerous crossings, because careful is just no match for a 200-ton locomotive.
Welcome back to Ashland Tonight News. I am Leland Gottlieb with your weather. All of you know that we've had some pretty cruddy weather around the region lately. Temperatures have been in the 30s to 40s most of the week, and today was no different. We saw temperatures 30 to 35 degrees. However, as we take a look to the west, we see temperatures decreasing, and it will be quite cold, and this will push into our area. As we take a look at the current picture, you can see why. We have a cold front that will be moving through our area as we speak with a low pressure system. With this low pressure system, there will be some snow behind it. Down south with this cold front, it's quite potent, and we saw a tornado outbreak yesterday. We saw one of the heaviest tornado outbreaks in February history. As we shift our attention to the west, we can see another cold front. Let's go back to the other map before that. Sorry about that, folks. We see another cold front that will be moving into our area later this week. However, it will be much weaker. Now, as we take a look at the 36-hour precipitation, we can see that we will be in the 1 to 3 inch range around our area. However, north of us, in Detroit, they may see 6 to 12 inches of snow. Now for that all-important 3-day forecast. We will see temperatures drop off tomorrow with a high of only 29, and by Saturday we will moderate to 33. However, there'll be another cold front moving in, and just a heads up, by Sunday we may not even see temperatures go above 12 degrees. That's all I have for weather. Now here's Brendan with sports.
Thanks. I'm Brendan Bittner. Now let's get to all the action in AU sports. The women's basketball team is running red hot after a pair of wins this weekend against Ferris State and Grand Valley. On Thursday, Ashland knocked off the Bulldogs 97-81. Junior Lisa Grau carried the scoring load with 28 points on 12 for 15 shooting. She added 5 assists and 4 steals. Lacey Romine, Jessica Minch, and Alethea Lamberson each tallied in double figures as the Eagles shot 55.6% from the field. On Saturday, the women came up with an important win against Grand Valley, 69-64. It was Grau again coming up big for the Eagles. She scored 24 points with 2 blocks and 4 steals. Junior Betsy Morrison added 12 points and 9 boards. Ashland is now 14-7 overall and 7-4 in the GLIAC, good for second in the GLIAC South. They hit the road this weekend for games with Northwood and Saginaw Valley. The men's basketball team came up with a split this weekend against the Bulldogs and Lakers. They broke a 5-game losing skid on Thursday, beating FSU 93-82. All 5 starters were in double figures. Steve Gansey led scorers with 24 points on 8 for 11 shooting. Brett Wackerly added 20, and Cale Richardson tallied 18 points and 11 boards. Their luck didn't last, though, as AU was beaten 84-58 by the undefeated Lakers. Brett Bartlett added 19 points in the loss. Grand Valley held Ashland to just 30.2% with a suffocating defense. The men are now 10-11 and 4-7 in the GLIAC. They travel to Northwood and Saginaw Valley with the women this weekend. The 11th ranked wrestling team could not get past one of the premier teams in the Division II. They fell to Pitt Johnstown on Friday, 23-13. 4 Eagles came away victorious over the Mountain Cats. Josh Ohl won at 197 pounds, Ray Kent at 285, Muhammad Abdur Rahman at 157, and Marcus Gordon at 149. The Eagles are now 7-7 on the season. They hit the mats tonight at 7:30 at Mercyhurst. AU then plays host to Findlay on Saturday in Cates at 7 p.m. The Eagle indoor track teams performed well in their first meet since becoming the top-ranked team in Division II last week. At the University of Akron on Saturday, the Eagles knocked off several Division I opponents, including Michigan, Wake Forest, Akron, and Ashland's men's 4x400 relay team set a new school record at 3 minutes and 14.89 seconds. Joe Horn set the school record in the 400 meters with a time of 48.2 seconds, and Steph Tinney broke her own 400-meter record with a time of 56.44 seconds. Alyssa Klein won the long jump at the meet and was in the 4x400 relay team that was finished second. Several Eagles have the top marks in the country in their respective events. Rob Klenk has the top weight throw, Dan Tierney is tied for the highest pole vault, and Brian Vickers is tops in the nation in the shot put. On the women's side, Jen Tinney is the leader in the shot put, and Tara Cooper has the top mark in the weight throw. Congratulations to the AU indoor track and field teams for their number 1 ranking. The men next compete at Findlay on February 15th. Both teams will compete in Findlay the next day for the All-Ohio meet. On a final note, today is National Football Signing Day, and you can check out all of Coach Lee Owens' recruits on the AU Athletics website. The site will also have highlights of Coach Owens' press conference regarding the new recruits. That's a wrap on all your AU winter sports.
I joined the National Guard and never thought I'd be saving lives.
I never thought I'd have such an impact on my community.
It's more than money for college. It's built my character and given me a sense of accomplishment.
Citizen soldiers have 2 missions. One is right here at home during emergencies.
The Guard opened the door for me. Now I'm on a career path and I'm the leader of my team. When your country calls, you go, proudly.
I put on the uniform and I have a whole new outlook on life. Country, community, family. That's what matters most to me. If that matters to you, go to 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
Look, my first tooth.
Dudley, spit out the toothpaste. That was the first time you brushed your teeth.
And I brush twice a day, every day.
Oh, here's that nice dentist, Dr. Benchley.
Yep, he showed me how to floss.
Why are your teeth Blue.
I use my mouth guard whenever I play sports to protect my smile.
And visit the dentist regularly.
Remember, brush twice a day and floss once a day.
E-File. Get receipt confirmation and a quicker refund. Log on or tell your tax preparer to e-file for you and join the 53 million e-filers who consider it done.
Nate has not been so great for Ms. Britney Spears. The pop train wreck has already had her fair share of trouble for the year, what with her lawyers quitting her custody battle, her first trip to the hospital for mental evaluation, losing custody of her kids, her second trip to the hospital for mental evaluation, and, well, you get the picture. This time it's a restraining order, for her manager, that is. Lynn Spears is now claiming that Britney's manager, Sam Lufty, is responsible for drugging and verbally abusing her daughter while taking over virtually every aspect of her life. The request, which was granted, forbids Lufty within 250 yards of Britney's home, her family's home, and the hospital in which she is staying. And the new season of American Idol is well underway, but dreams are still coming true for some of last year's finalists, particularly for runner-up Katharine McPhee, who just wed her producer boyfriend this past Saturday in Beverly Hills. The 23-year-old singer and actress met her 42-year-old husband Nick Kokas in 2005 when they performed in a Los Angeles theater production. They began dating soon after her American Idol audition before getting engaged last year. The couple will spend their honeymoon in Hawaii. Well, first comes love, then comes marriage, and for Jennifer Lopez, it's 2 baby carriages. The father of Hollywood's glamour gal David Lopez confirmed yesterday that the 38-year-old actress is indeed pregnant with twins. However, it's not a Lopez family first, as the proud soon-to-be grandfather says, twins run in the family. If she only knew what she was getting into. After rumored speculation, J-Lo announced her pregnancy with husband Mark Anthony last November. And with that, let's take a look at your weekend box office hits. Starting out at number 5 is Rambo, starring Sylvester Stallone, which brought in $7.1 million. Falling back to number 4 is Meet the Spartans with $7.3 million. Staying strong at number 3 is the romantic comedy 27 Dresses with $8.5 million. Debuting at number 2 is The Eye, which brought in a respectable $12.4 million. And securing the number 1 spot by a milestone is Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, the Best of Both Worlds concert tour, which raked in a whopping $31.1 million. That's all I have for you today. Let's toss it back to the desk for your health updates with Rana.
Thanks, Candace. If you are concerned over whether your cell phone is safe to use or not, today you can relax. A new Japanese study proved that such technology can be safe. According to the study, using mobile phones does not increase the risk of brain cancer. There is no any association between cellular phones use and cancer. Scientists have been examining the effects of such technologies on human health as more and more individuals rely on them for their daily communication. However, evidences up to the moment didn't prove any connection with serious health issues. It's recommended to use our cell phones in moderation. Who knows what would be the results of the new scientific studies? Sorry, you're too fat to eat here. Have you ever heard that before? Have you ever not been allowed to a restaurant just because you are obese? Well, from now on, you might hear that often. A state lawmaker wants to ban restaurants from serving food to obese customers. However, the law does not define obesity and does not specify who's to be considered obese, or even how restaurants should determine if a customer was obese or not. In fact, this creates an embarrassing situation for the owners of the restaurants. According to Al Stamps, who owns a restaurant in Jackson, Mississippi, it's ridiculous that the state specifies which customers he cannot serve. He sees that there are better ways to solve such health problem without imposing these kinds of regulations. He perceived it as offensive to deal with adults as children by trying to tell them what and what not to eat. A new study suggests that chemicals in baby shampoos, lotions, and powders may be harmful to infants.
Parents are recommended to decrease their children's exposure to phthalates by limiting the amount of baby products they use on their child. These chemicals are unknown to nature and can be harmful to babies and even pregnant women. It's recommended that parents look for products that don't contain the phthalates. It's very easy to reduce exposure to such products, especially that they are normally used for cosmetic purposes and not for health reasons. And since babies smell nice anyway, we don't even need them. Plain water is all what parents need to bathe their babies. So it's a smart idea to save money by not using these expensive cosmetic products. Otherwise, parents should read labels carefully and buy organic products if possible. They should seek out phthalate-free cosmetics products and stay away from those that have so many extra chemicals added to them. Who does not crave comfort food this weather? Who does not feel cozy, safe, and relaxed when walking in a room and smelling a meatloaf cooking? Surely all of us do. Cece Biggers, a lifestyle expert, discussed the psychology of comfort food on the early show Tuesday and picked 5 to talk about. Cinnamon buns, fresh from the oven. Their smell transports you to that secure, familiar place and takes you back to your childhood. Tuna noodle casserole, half with bread, crumb topping, satisfies the expectation of having something soft and mushy with a crunch on top. Mac and cheese. Some of these recipes feature delicious high-end cheeses, meatloaf and mashed potatoes and peas. Derived from leftovers, this dish is the perfect comfort food. It has the aroma, is easy to make, and is soft and flavorful. That's all the health news we have for you this week. Stay tuned for more AU News, only on Ashland Tonight News.
Hi, Mr. President. My parents believe that eating meals together will make our country strong. Is this something that you did when you were a kid?
I did eat with my family so long as my mother wasn't cooking.
It's not good making fun of your mother, even if you are president, but it is good to have dinner with your kids. We know the more often children have dinner with their families, the less likely they are to smoke, drink, and use drugs. So simply having dinner together can help your children forever, even if you're not a great cook.
Welcome back to Ashland Tonight News.
If you're in need of financial aid for the 2008 and 2009 school year, then complete your AU financial aid application online. It's quick and easy, and you'll be all set to receive your financial aid award in early June.
Another reminder to all you juniors, be sure to turn in your senior apartment application by Friday, February 8th to Res Life.
You can enjoy dancing, games, or see who's available on the AU campus at the Phi-Sci Spotlight Party. Wear green if you're single, yellow if it's complicated, or red if you're in a relationship. The event is free and sponsored by the St. Jude's Up Till Dawn Executive Board.
Stop by Redwood this Friday at 8 p.m. to be serenaded by one of the most talented upcoming artists, Chris Cawley. Then stay for some pancakes. Habitat for Humanity will be serving up breakfast for at 9:30 p.m. for $3.
And finally, you can spend Saturday night relaxing and enjoying the free movie night. Tech Crew will be showing The Brave One at 9 p.m. in the student auditorium.
Well, there's enough going on campus to be keeping everyone busy. Anyone have any big plans for this weekend?
No big plans for me. Probably just going to stay in and catch up on some homework.
Catch up on some homework as usual.
Me too.
Well, that about does it for tonight's Ashland Tonight News.
We would just like to thank our TV2 crew, and if you are interested in helping out with Ashland's TV station, you can email tv2@ashland.edu.
Also, remember to send in your questions to TV2 to ask AU President Finks what he thinks.
That's right, and don't forget to join us next week on Wednesday at 5. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.